adults who were not diagnosed as children come to therapy in adulthood isn't because they're depressed, it's not because they're anxious, it's not because they're having trouble at work, it's not because they're having difficulty in their relationships. These are all signs and entry points, but they're signs and entry points of a larger underlying pattern, which is autistic burnout. Autistic burnout, when you've learned to heavily mask, when you've learned to cover up who you are because you've been socially sanctioned, bullied, traumatized for being you, creates a lot of stress and pressure on the autistic person. And because the cost of suppressing who you are, that incorporation of shame, all the things that surround autism, that leads to autistic burnout. I reposted a great video by the autistic scientist that I encourage you to watch that actually talks about the molecular process of mitochondrial allostatic load that actually begins to tap into and explain the cellular differences in autistic burnout versus regular burnout. I bring this up because when I'm working with clients who are on autistic burnout, this burnout began in childhood. So often when we work with neurotypical burnout, it happens in adulthood. People are clearly able to identify a time and a phase in their life before they felt burnout, before they took that job, before they went to school. And because of that, recovery looks different. They're able to reference a time pretty easily when they didn't feel like they were burnt out. However, when I work with autistic folk who are coming to understand their diagnoses or are completely surprised by it, what they're often not able to reference is a time before they felt burnt out, a time before they felt that they were overwhelmed by the environments around them. This is one of the reasons why when I discuss talking about masking, when I talk about relating to and loving someone with autism, I talk about the onus of understanding not being on the autistic person to mask harder, to make changes, to try and fit into a neurotypical world. They've been doing that or trying to do that their entire lives. And it's literally making them sick. It's causing burnout, it's causing autoimmune disorders, it's causing debilitating stress and anxiety. We as non-autistic people have to understand that asking them to do more in every setting is inappropriate, unfair, and cruel. What's